most people would assume my life's shit, but it's actually really good because I've been able to get closer to God. Why are you laughing, bro? I'm 27. I've been cheated on twice. Since then, I don't trust anyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Killing Comfort. Today is a very special episode. We're going to be answering emails that a few of you have sent in from the first 2 episodes. And yeah, I'm very excited. How do you feel about this today?
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be good to help you guys out. We got some good things sent in, so
Yeah.
we'll enjoy answering them for you.
Yeah, I skimmed through them and they look like they'll be interesting topics.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what have you been up to? I mean, I've been with you today. We had lunch.
Yep.
Went round.
What have I been up to?
yeah. What have you been up to?
When, bro?
Just in general this week. What day is it? Saturday. Yeah.
What have I been up to? Just a lot of training.
Yep.
As always. Some big changes.
What are those changes?
Signing up to a new gym, so I have a new space to train at,
Yep.
away from work, and stopping my hours at work, so I'll be completely free and I'm going to have all the time in the world to focus on myself.
Yeah, that's great. For those of you that don't know, James is the coach, and in the personal training space you can either pay your rent with hours or you can pay your rent with actual money. So you've switched to the second option there.
Paying money.
Yeah.
And that will literally just give me complete freedom, so I'm only doing whatever I want to do. Clients, if I don't want to do it, if I don't want to work, I don't have to.
Yeah.
If I want to go do something else, I'll do it. So complete freedom. That's it.
Yeah. The previous episode we were literally saying like we can get up and do whatever we want, but I guess that was the only thing that you were like
that was the only
tied
thing
down
holding me back a little bit, but not anymore.
It's good. 2 big changes, and then the new gym as well. You're going to be.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Sometimes all it takes is a new environment. I learnt that earlier this year. I was working at the same gym with James, and I moved to a different environment. I also moved to my dad's house. And you were like, why would you want to live at your dad's house? Like, it's ages away. But when I'm in that environment, I literally feel like a completely different person. I'm way more productive. I indulge in less bad habits. It's a lot cleaner of a space, and I just feel better there. So sometimes all it takes.
Yeah, if you need a change, new environment for sure.
Yeah, because you're not attached by all the old habits. I think I've read a book called Atomic Habits like 4 years ago, and he says the biggest reason why you keep doing the same bad habits is because there's a cue. So in terms of junk food, the cue would be you open a fridge and there's like, I don't know, chocolate orange in front of you. You want to eat the chocolate orange, but if you open the fridge, there's nothing there. It's just healthy food. You have no other choice. So it's just those cues around you in your environment that.
Yeah, for sure. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've been up to a lot. Been training for boxing. We went to a boxing gym the other day. That was really fun. Usually I just hit the bag at the gym, or I do pad work with you or someone else. But we actually went to a club, and it was good being in that environment with a lot of other boxers. And it's a bit of an old gym, but in a way that's good.
Yeah, it was good. We got some sparring in.
Yeah.
Got your first sense of, well, not first sense, but we was in the ring.
Yeah, different when you're in a ring. It's good because the canvas is more bouncy. You got the ropes beside you can bounce off of. When you're in a room, it's not as, if you get hit and you bounce into a wall, it's a bit more.
Yeah, just
dangerous.
showed me how unfit I am.
Yeah,
that was the main thing.
That was the one advantage I had over you, was just you were starting to gas out a little bit.
Yeah, but I still got it.
Yeah, you still got it.
Still giving the smoke, mate.
Oh, yeah. I was getting you a few times to the body, and then you were like, God, I got to teach this bastard. You started swinging with like 80%, maybe 90. Right. Anyway, emails. First email is, do you want to read it or shall I read it?
You can read this, I'll do the next one.
The first email is from Zaid. And Zaid says, the subject of the email is scared of being average. I'm 25 and the idea of living a normal life honestly scares me. Work, bills, weekend, repeat. I don't want that at all. But I'm also not doing anything special at the moment either. Just stuck in between. How do you figure out if you're meant for more or just avoiding reality?
Well, Zaid, mate, I would say a thing a lot of people deal with. I think most of the world, like 90%, will feel the exact same way.
Do you think
Yeah.
90%? You think feel like that?
Well, all the people we know, all the guys we speak to, anyone I know, they all do that. They just go to work at a job they hate, wait for the weekend, and repeat.
But do you think they actually want more? I think a lot of people are happy with that.
I think a lot of people, they might think they're happy because they are distracting themselves, but they'll get 20 years down the line and realise,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that.
But I think in Zaid's case, I think it's like that is only a small percentage of people that like. He's saying, how do I know if I'm meant for more? Like even having that question in your head, I think only like certain amount of people have that.
No, that's true. But I think most people do feel that. They feel exactly how you do, but the fact that you're saying, am I meant for more, is a good sign. If you're asking that, then yeah, of course you are meant for more than that. I think everyone's meant for more.
I think whether or not you believe in God, but if you do, and the fact that he's planted that thought in your brain is a sign that you are.
For sure.
And I don't know, what advice would you give for him? He says, living a normal life at the moment, work, bills, weekend, repeat. And he's not doing anything special either, so maybe he doesn't know what he actually wants.
Yeah, I think you got to find something that you want to... You got to find some sort of thing that you enjoy. Even if you're still doing the same, like going to work, like, yeah, everyone has to work, you got to earn money. But what are you doing outside of that to chase your dream? You know, you got 8 till 4, maybe 8 or 9 till 5, but then like 5 to 8 or 5 to 10, what are you doing in that time? Are you just avoiding or are you building something else?
I mean, the things we would recommend, a martial art, great place to start, teaches you an abundance of different things. It teaches you discipline, getting hit in the face and getting confronted with reality of the world, competition, being around, you know, other guys that are ambitious, and, you know, the people in boxing gyms are built different and they're a bit, some of them have got a screw loose.
Most people are like, yeah, you can just tell, they're just nuts.
Yeah, a lot of them are nuts. So just even being in a different environment like that will get you out of your comfort zone. So that's a great way.
For sure.
Also, taking inspiration from other people, I would say, like, read a good book. Like, figure out the type of personalities you like to learn from online, whether it's a athlete that you really like, or, I don't know, someone like Jordan Peterson, or there's tons of good books out there. So I would say start with there. Get your health in check when you're eating really clean. That's one thing I've noticed in the last couple of weeks. I've been really trying to eat as clean as possible, and my thoughts are a lot clearer and I can think a lot better as well.
I think the first point you made is the best point before you said all of that. If, like, the fact that if you're thinking that, then God has made you think that for a reason, and he has a plan for everyone. And you've got to wait your turn. Obviously you've got to do other things, but everything is planned out. And if you think you're meant for more, then you are meant for more, because you wouldn't be given that thought otherwise. So I would say just trust everything's going to work out, but get some different experiences, try new things, and rather than being stuck in that same cycle if you're bored, try new things, experience new things, meet new people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you said this last week, you said the path will illuminate as you walk it. And I think as long as you try new things and you try your best, new opportunities will open up. Like at the start of this year, I didn't know what exactly, if I could have said, okay, you'll be in the situation you're in right now, I would have been over the moon. But I just tried my best consistently with everything that I was doing, and I met new people, new opportunities opened up, new doors opened up. So as long as you do that, you give your best attempt every day.
Yeah.
You eat clean, you try new things, you try your best, things will improve.
But yeah, I think everything happens for a reason. Like the other day you came to me and you were like, I think you got to start just paying rent, and I didn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
So when you speak with people who are like-minded or different people, you experience different things and you're going to get ideas.
Yeah, getting outside perspectives. Yeah, that can be very powerful.
Move on to number 2.
Let's go to number 2, yeah. Zaid, hopefully you got something from that.
So this guy wants to stay anonymous, but he's saying he can't focus anymore. I'm 23 and my brain feels fried. I think we can all relate. I'm constantly scrolling, I waste hours every day, and I want to be productive, but I always fall back into distractions. How do you actually get your mind back?
Yeah, I think this is a common struggle. Every person that I speak to deals with this. I deal with this. I think before this podcast, we were even on our phones, like going through Instagram a little bit, if we're being brutally honest.
Just delete the apps, brother.
You think?
Got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I deleted TikTok. I haven't downloaded it since.
Do you not?
I would
Instagram
delete,
Reels is the same thing.
I would
do you not
delete
think?
Instagram if I didn't make money from it.
YouTube, if you're struggling
YouTube's
with
not
that.
too bad, but
Yeah, it depends because it's educational, but then you can start coping and watching loads of like KSI and all of it.
it's the short form doom scrolling that I think is affecting this guy.
Yeah, the short form is really what he said. My brain feels fried.
Constantly
That's what's doing
scrolling.
Yeah.
You'll sit there, and if I said to you, if you're scrolling on your phone and I say, "Oh, what did you just watch 2 reels ago?" You have no idea.
You wouldn't be able to name it. Yeah.
No, you have no idea what you've just watched, and you're spending
Yeah.
hours doing that. So I would just say delete them.
Yeah, and there's a certain amount of dopamine you can release in a day. Let's say it's like 100, and every reel you scroll through is releasing like 0.5 dopamine. So the more and more you use, the dopamine is a molecule responsible for motivation, drive, like how energetic you feel. So if you're giving all your dopamine to Instagram Reels or TikTok, you're not going to have any motivation to do anything else. I know that's a very bro science way
Is
of
that a
explaining it.
fact?
Yeah, dopamine's responsible for drive,
No,
motivation.
I know that, but like, is that a fact that there's only a certain amount you can have per day?
Yeah, then your baseline decreases over time. So it's a bit like when you do drugs, it makes you like super high the first time, and then your baseline you're down, so you need more and
There's only a
more.
certain amount of dopamine in a day.
Yeah, you have a certain reserve. You have like a pool of dopamine, and then when you indulge in something, it's like taking a bucket, getting the water out, and then it drains to the bottom, and you need to wait till it fills back up
You
again.
need to fill your day with real dopamine. Then go and train. Go read a book.
Yeah, read the book Dopamine Nation by Anna Lemke. That's
Read
a
the
great
Bible.
book. Read the Bible. Yeah, I need to read the Bible. I've been I read it one time.
I
a
read
few
it
times.
every morning.
Yeah. Which
Sets-
version?
The old one.
What's one thing that you've learnt from the Bible recently?
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't learnt much from it, if I'm being honest.
No.
Because it's the old version.
What? You
But
haven't
I
learned
read
much.
it. Huh?
Have you not taken away one thing? What would you take? What would you?
Nah.
No. How do you feel after you read it?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you feel good?
Because it brings me closer to God. And when I pray, I'm showing my faith every morning. I'm not just praying when I need to pray. I pray every night. I read the Bible every morning. I'm not just praying when things are bad. Pray when things are good. Gratitude. But it sets the tone for the day.
Gratitude is powerful. I saw a reel. Speaking of reels, I saw a reel of this like extremely disabled guy yesterday, and he was saying like, most people would assume my life's shit, but it's actually really good because I've been able to get closer to God. Why are you laughing, bro?
I'm not laughing.
Oh God.
No, it's good. God helps you out in many ways, and God has a plan. So
And this guy was like the happiest dude in the world.
maybe the fact you wrote in is a sign from God that we're going to answer that.
Yeah, maybe this was God's plan.
Exactly.
But when did you start reading the Bible and praying? It was a few months ago. It started this year, right?
Probably.
I think I remember.
Yeah.
You
go through shit, and then I decided to pray, and I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders, and then kept it going.
And that's when most people start to like come towards God, is when they're going through shit, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I've been christened. I've always like not my family, but my mum. I think she prays.
Yeah.
Catholic or some. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I find it very interesting, and I have this year. I have like made attempts to speak to God, and I've asked for signs. Little things have showed up, and I've been like, wow.
Well, these little signs. If you didn't believe, like, you wouldn't not think anything of it.
I would
You'd
still think, how has this just
think,
happened?
Oh, it's a coincidence. But then when you piece together these things that you've seen and things that have happened, then you're like, okay, that was all meant to happen. It's not just a coincidence.
Yeah, I've experienced a lot of that, like meant to be, meant to happen in the last few years,
Yeah, man.
it's weird how things all piece together. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like reality. Sometimes I feel like have you seen The Truman Show?
You were saying about this the other day.
Have you seen it?
Is that where you... No, that's a different one. Go on.
The Truman Show is basically, he's living in a world where there's loads of cameras on him. He doesn't know he's in a TV show. And his family, his wife, everyone's an actor, a paid actor around him. And his whole life's just being recorded. And all these things happen to him, like, you know, and it's all acted out and he doesn't know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, God.
Sometimes it doesn't feel real, but there's something bigger than that. But to go back on the point, if no focus, you're always scrolling. Easy solution, mate. Delete the apps. Then do something else. Do something productive. I'd say that's what else can I say?
Some people say they delete the apps. I've had this before. I deleted it and then I just downloaded it again.
Okay,
I guess
then you have no discipline.
control your
You're meant
thumbs.
to fail. If you can't control yourself, like I find myself scrolling, I'll be scrolling, but I'll think, shit, what am I actually doing? I'm just chuck my phone down, go clean, do something else.
And added on to that, the reason why you might be able to do that is because you have other things that fulfill you and you want to get done. But for someone who doesn't have those things, this is like the easy, comfortable thing to do. Well, you know, so maybe what I would advise, if you don't have anything else to do that actually gives you fulfillment outside of scrolling, I guess scrolling won't give you fulfillment, but actually makes you feel like mentally stimulated and you don't have any, you know, things to do, you just need to sit down and think about what you want to do. This is stopping you from doing that.
Yeah, just stare at a wall. That'd be better.
Stare at a wall. That's what I always tell people.
Stare at a bit of paper. That's better than scrolling on your phone. For
Write
sure.
in a journal.
Yeah, there's
Write in
lots
a
of
journal.
things you could be doing.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got multiple things he could be doing. He can go for a walk.
Yeah, go for a walk, get in nature, be with your
Find
family.
if you put your headphones in and listen to like a podcast, my favourite's Theo Von.
You like Theo Von? I listened to a bit of Theo Von yesterday.
And it's like the best because then you're not scrolling. You're still taking in information, but it's not like I'm sat there doom scrolling.
Theo Von, I actually listened to his podcast with Andrew Huberman. They were talking about relationships, and email 3 is actually the last email, and it's about relationships.
Well, that leads us perfectly then,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
a nice little segue there. Burned out from dating. I'm 27. I've been cheated on twice. Since then, I don't trust anyone. Dating feels fake now. Nothing's real, and no one's really serious. How do you stay open when you're tired of being burned?
Well, that is traumatic, mate.
Do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
If you got something to say, go for it.
I would say people's opinions on dating often reflect them. So some people are in very, very happy relationships.
Yeah, of course.
Then he says it feels like no one's real, no one's serious. Maybe all the people you're seeing are not real or serious.
Yeah.
And often the people that you get involved with are a reflection of who you are as an individual, and you need to take responsibility for that. And
Yeah.
you don't think?
I don't think it's his fault he got cheated on.
I would say you get more power if you say, okay, what did I do wrong?
No, yeah. It's not your fault it happened, but there might have been things that you weren't doing, or do you know what I mean?
Not your fault, it's your responsibility to do what's needed after that. So if you got cheated on twice, you've got to ask, how do I make myself someone who someone wouldn't want to cheat on in the future? And how do I screen for those red flags?
That's how I do it. Like, whenever I have like problems like that, I just think, right, how am I going to be the best version of myself so that I don't have to worry about this, or I'm never going to feel this way again, because no one in their right mind would leave me.
Yeah, how could you make your life so fucking good that people would be an idiot to do that to you?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's more of a reflection on them than anything else. I've been on the opposite end of it, mate, and not proud of it, but it is what it is, and it's more of a reflection on them at the time than you. So, but it's how you deal with that, and obviously you feel like there's no one real. I feel the same way, but
But you feel like that? There's no one real.
not no one real, but I think this generation is cooked.
Dating in this generation is very hard because
But it's all social media, dating apps. It's
that has
just,
made it extremely hard and difficult for a lot of guys. Because I feel like most guys are invisible.
yeah, a lot of them are. They're all.
Yeah.
I saw a thing of this guy who was on Tinder,
Yeah.
and he swiped 2 million times and got one date.
Did he look really terrible? What was his profile?
And he wasn't like the best looking guy, but if he spent more time focusing on himself and building him up, focusing on his looks, his body, his personality, his doing things that he wants to do, not just.
What would you
scrolling.
say on like a scale of 10 he was? All the things you mentioned, like looks and money, and what would you say?
It's
looks
all,
like?
it's all subjective in it, but
Like 4 or 5, like average.
probably like a 3.
3. Okay,
That's
but
horrible.
that would
Horrible
have
to
been
say.
enough. 50 years ago, that would have been enough. But now, I feel like that's not enough. It's become so iPhone like, and on what's on your phone and what you can see visually. That's everything.
Yeah, but I mean, I can get where this guy's coming from, but you can't let other people's actions dictate you. Like, just you have to trust people until they give you a reason not to trust them, I guess.
Would you say that? I would say the opposite.
I mean, I don't trust people, no, but like
I would say people have to give you a reason to trust them. That's what I would say. They have to earn your trust. I'm not going to just trust anyone.
No, I don't trust anyone. But like, if I'm like you, I'll trust. You've obviously earned my trust, but I trust you until if I have a reason not to trust you, then I'll be like, okay.
So you got to live with an open heart. You're saying.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in a relationship, it might happen again, but it's worth the risk.
Go get hurt again. It is what it is. Life,
Good.
Life as a man is meant to. You're not meant to be happy. You're not meant to be. I was talking to you on the way here, and I was like, the Andrew Tate thing. He's like, do you want to cuddle up in bed and watch a film? Like, no, I'm locked in. Like, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you don't need that. You don't need. It sounds like you're putting all of your self-worth into a woman, maybe.
Yeah.
Or women.
And heartbreak is a gift if you view it like that. I think my biggest change and my biggest level up came after a heartbreak.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get heartbroken again because, then we'll have the second ascension.
I had the same thing.
Yeah.
Literally the same thing. As long as you don't let it beat you down.
Yeah.
Obviously you can be upset about it, but you'll elevate.
Yeah, and when you're in it, when you've been cheated on, burned twice. I've never been cheated on. I can imagine that's a different type of pain, right? I know pain, but cheated on is like that feeling of like disgust and like anger. Never had that, but that's more power and fuel. You can use that. You can use that every time you're in the gym. You got to use that. You've got to channel the energy that you do have, because a lot of people don't have that. They're walking around, they're satiated, they're comfortable, they feel okay. You don't. That's your biggest weapon at the moment, I think.
Energy can only be transferred. It can't be like created or destroyed.
Yeah.
So you're going to either transfer this energy that you feel you don't trust anyone, or you like there's no one good in the world. You can transfer that into feeling sad and doing nothing and just rotting. Or you can transfer it into something productive where you're going to be someone who never gets cheated on again.
Yeah, you saw this with me, right? When I first went through my first heartbreak, I had like a few months where I was just being a total like idiot. Like I was just doing nothing. I was procrastinating, smoking, just getting in really bad habits. I was eating junk food. I looked like shit. I felt like shit. And then I did the complete opposite of that. And then I feel that I've lived through those two different worlds of what you're not meant to do, which is, letting heartbreak consume you, and what you are meant to do is you channel that energy into something positive.
Yeah. Well, we've all been heartbroken. I have.
Yeah.
And you just got to think it is what it is, mate.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to change it. It is what it is. They cheated on you. They left. It is what it is. They weren't meant to be in your life. There's someone out there who is meant for you one day. And that you just got to focus on yourself, become the best version of yourself.
Or maybe not. Maybe there's not. But you got to be comfortable in your own company.
You got to be comfortable either way.
Yeah.
Whether you find someone or not. You need to be happy on your own. You need to be happy and think, I'm proud of who I've become, and I wouldn't be where I was if I never got my heart broke.
Yeah.
I'd be comfortable. I wouldn't. It makes you so much stronger, and I've never met a man who's not been through shit who's got somewhere I would like to talk to. You know.
That's the man's journey, is going through
Yeah.
trials and tribulations. It's not always going to be good.
I saw again. I'm going to mention Andrew Tate again because when I'm scrolling on Instagram, that's what I get.
Well, that's what you get all the time.
But he was like, women like scars because it shows that you've been through like pain, but you're still here. Do you know what I mean?
And it shows strength. Andrew Tate is very controversial. He's got some things that I wouldn't necessarily agree with, but he's got a lot of gems like that as well.
Yeah.
It's true.
But it's true. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, and just for you as well, I feel like a guy's first heartbreak is what turns you into a boy who thinks like all these fairy tales exist and stuff, into a man. I feel like that's the one thing you need. So if anything, it's a good thing that you've been through this.
Yeah, but if how do you stay open when you're tired of getting burned? Maybe don't stay open for a bit.
Yeah, close yourself off.
Close yourself off, mate.
Yeah, get in the gym. Focus on you. Surround yourself with your boys. That will help.
Spend time with your friends. Go for food. Train.
Yeah, you don't need a woman. You need to be around.
You need brotherhood, mate.
Yeah.
You don't need women.
Yeah, one day it is needed. I think everyone wants a family. That's the end goal.
When you're in the right position.
When you're in a good place and when you don't need a woman.
Put in your life.
Yeah.
And you'll find the one.
I think that's most attractive for either sex. Like, no one wants a clingy person, right? No one wants someone who absolutely needs them. You
100%.
know?
I think that was a good answer. Hopefully, he's able to take something from that and just. Yeah. Hopefully that was helpful advice for you guys.
Yeah, we've been through a few of these struggles before, so hopefully this is actually valuable.
Been through all of these, so
yeah,
we can relate, and hopefully we gave some valuable information to you guys. But yeah.
Anything you want to add, or should we close this off?
I think that was good.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it was good. Right, that was episode 3 of Killing Comfort.
Yeah.
If you want to send in an email for a future episode, please do. What's the email?
killingcomfortpodcast@gmail.com.
killingcomfortpodcast@gmail.com. Send in an email. It can be about anything, but these were good today, so thank you for your emails, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See ya.